I think overall, looking at our entire conversation and this entire poll, a few of my takeaways are that Democrats still have not fully found their footing after losing in 2024. Separately, President Trump has a few Achilles heels, and it remains to be seen if that big bet on his trade and tariff policy pays off. So, all of that being said, looking at all of these numbers and all of these issues, who's better poised right now for the midterms, in your opinion? Which party, Democrats or Republicans?
Well, clearly Republicans, right? And it's reflected in the approval numbers that we see for both of the parties. As I mentioned, Democratic Party approval is at a low of 41%. The lowest they've ever been in our poll was in February of this year at 36%. So a near total collapse for the Democrats. And when you look at GOP approval, it's at 47%, right, within the margin of being almost at 50% approval, and very similar to what President Trump's approval is. That is a big delta. That is a fairly significant delta. And if you translate a 6 point difference to the horse race, right, that would mean a very strong result for the Republican Party within the midterms. So the Democrats definitely have to find their footing. If they don't find their footing, if they don't find their messaging, if they can't recenter, then their only hope is Trump not being able to be successful with the economy, with inflation, with some of the very big bets that he has made, whether it is on recalibrating trade through tariffs or on the foreign policy side of the equation, or some kind of surprise event or issue like the Epstein files, for example, which has a very, very high latent risk for President Trump and the Republicans, given that the expectations of transparency were so high, but really voters, including voters within the Republican base, didn't really receive that transparency.
Well, I appreciate all of these numbers per usual. I always enjoy our conversations, and I'm excited to see where September's numbers take us. But in the meantime, thank you, Dritan. I appreciate it again, and I'm looking forward to our next conversation.
Thanks, Brittany. See you soon.